So, trader friends, let's review the trades from yesterday. Yesterday I had 4 trades, minus 56 ticks overall. But before we go into the trades, let's review first how our locations, which we marked, performed. So this is today already, so we just go to yesterday. And if we look at our locations, the market opened here, went down to exactly our location, which wasn't too wide, 18 ticks, and then it went up, and then it went into an area which it finished, but we did not mark that one. I wanted to have less locations actually, but that might have been too much because we see here quite a high volume node and here as well, which was actually the finishing of that place here. So let me take add that one for today already, because this one seems to be, that's the POC from the day of the 3rd of November. Okie dokie. So from a location perspective, well done. I think I traded here as well. Let's review those for a second, but then for the review of the trades, we better go into our trading chart because we want to see. Oh, I think the settings here, they don't really make sense. Which is this one? Yeah, it only lets 1 day, but I think 5 days is kind of better. So it does automatically reload, yes. Oops, no 5 days. Then we reload here. Good, now we have the 5 days. So let's focus on the day of yesterday. So here it looks a bit different. There the market started there very much in a range, right? And then here was this, oh yes, right, yeah. Where you would argue this could be quite interesting place for stop losses, but the market went up. So that's a nice place for making assumptions and failing. So let's take the trades on the chart. I had one trade which was pretty much inside. Let's get rid of this one here and make sense a bit of that one. So the overall trend of the day was like long. So why I traded short here? I guess I wanted to trade into, yep. I traded basically against the trend, but into the range here. And I guess I got nervous again to go just like 3 or 4 ticks out. And then I remember wanted to close the day already because it just this range here to trade is, maybe I should be more patient and be happy with small little successes, because here it looks really like, oh yeah, nice, good range, and you could trade always into the range, or if the market is long, then trade towards the end of the range. So then here, what the heck happened here? I guess this was one of those FOMO trades. I saw that there is volume being building up here, and then the market shoot further up, and I wanted to get in, but I think it's more of a FOMO trade. What I could have understood is after that here, after that retest of the range, then the market coming up back up again, and then trying to go long. Okay, that's what I could understand. But like a bounce back from the range, but that's not what happens. Let's me check if any other indication from that time leads me to a different way. Ah, yeah, that is not a good one. So if you look here at the demand index, that demand index here, even though it's the same price level, it is diverging because the second one is lower than the first one, and then it usually tends to go back first. Yeah, that would have been the first entry here. After this one, this here, or since it's a kind of collection zone, going in from here and then going short. But the day was basically long, so here I guess I grabbed it right away because the market bounced off this zone, which we have marked before, and it nicely went up and then down, and got my stop loss. Then I started again another trade. Actually, so retrospectively speaking, this one doesn't make sense because the stars are not really aligning. Then this trade here, that one made absolutely sense. That one was clearly an accumulation here, absorption here, and then because you see here on the long delta, and a lot of delta here, but then the next candle was shooting up, and the end of that candle probably was signaling already that it might go in the other direction. On the other hand, it built a lower low from the higher high to a lower low, and it might not be very likely to go up here again. But greed comes in, FOMO here, greed and not closing it here comes in, especially after it went down here and then up again. So taken here, and then I took another one here, which kind of surprises me. That's not a good one because the delta is negative. Cumulative delta goes down. The demand index goes up, yeah, but cumulative delta goes down and the delta itself goes down. So if what I would have understood is no, going in here. That's what I would have understood. And that's because here delta finally is positive at the end of the candle or going in here. That would have understood as well. But going in here, yeah, that would be consequential. And from here, yeah, and from here, yeah, then if you enter here, stop loss here. So, but that range here, that again was a nice little collection zone, and you could trade up and down that range. And the market went then up after retesting here but this was already, I was out of the market at that point already. So removing that one, removing that one, and that was 1, 2, 3, 4 trades, minus 50 something ticks. Not a good day yesterday for sure. I've been trading here against all the against some of the indicators here as well. Here I would trade it 2 times in favor of the trend, but I guess I entered too short, too fast. Need to wait until the market tells me what it's intending to do. So that's the review of the day, of yesterday. So that's for my trading journal, and gonna see you in the next one.